there, sports fans. This is Playitright TV, and this is Quinito Henson.
And I'm Dyan Castillejo. Here we talk to the greatest on the latest in sports. Our topic this episode, volleyball. Joining us, some key people in this sport in the Philippines. First, the president of the PNVF, Mr. Suzara.
Morning,
Hi
Diane
there.
and Quinito.
Um, the commissioner of the PBL, Tony Boy Liao. Hello, sir.
Hi there, come Tony Boy.
And always happy to chat with him, the national coach of the women's team, Coach Jorge Edson Souza de Brito. Hi, Coach.
Bom dia.
Hi there.
All right, so much to talk about. I know you guys are busy, but Quinito and I really appreciate you being on the show. First, we're going to start by talking about the ongoing PBL, such an exciting series, record numbers in terms of audience. The fans' enthusiasm is super there. We have some foreign team. We have a foreign team competing. Tony Boy, in this particular conference, you have decided that the finals, which will be played on Sunday at MOA, is just going to be a one-game finals. Tell us about that.
Yes, it's gonna be a one-day finals. In the past, we used to have a best of three finals, but in this case, it's gonna be a one-day finals because of the foreign teams that we had invited. The foreign teams, when they arrived, the agreement was they have to go back to their countries before as early as possible. So we agreed to have a one-day finals and then a one-game finals and then one game best of third game for bronze.
Commissioner, let's just review the standings at the moment. Now, this is going to be shown Friday evening, but at this time, this is going to be before the game of Creamline versus King Whale. But the standings right now show Creamline is on top at 3-0, PLDT is 2-2, King Whale is 2-0, Signal is 1-2, and Army is 0-4. Now,
Yes.
depending on what happens in this game between Creamline and King Whale, there could be possibly a three-way tie for second place. Again, that would also depend on the game between King Whale and Signal, and that will be on Sunday, if I'm not
Sunday.
mistaken.
On
Okay,
other day, yes.
so right now, Creamline is assured of a spot in the final game.
Yes.
What will happen, Commissioner, if King Whale loses to both Creamline and Signal? Who will play in the final against Creamline?
So there will be a triple tie among King Whale, PLDT, and Signal. So the triple tie will be broken via the quotient system. So as of today, we still don't know who will be the top because it will all depend on the game of King Whale against Signal and Creamline. So if they lose by 5 sets, if they lose by straight sets, we still don't know on who will really be playing with against Creamline if there's a triple tie.
Okay, so yeah, that's something super to look forward to. Now, how exciting the matches! It's been really incredible. I've really enjoyed watching them. That's of course the schedule of the PBL. Of course, was also fixed for the teams to be able to play in the ABC Cup. Tell us, naman, when the teams are arriving for the ABC Cup. You know, it's starting on August 21st, and the venues and the fan experience that people can expect.
Yeah, the AVC Cup, as you know, is the top 10 teams in Asia. So this is not an open entry. Whoever is the top 10 teams in Asia last year will participate in this AVC Cup for women. Same now with the AVC Cup for men, which is being held now in Thailand. Now, this is from August 21 to 29. Teams arrive officially on August 19, and competition starts on the 21st up to the 29th. So these are two groups.
Mhm.
And we are grouped with, I just couldn't really, we're grouped with China, Korea, I think Iran, and
and Vietnam.
Vietnam. Yeah. So these are all powerhouses, and in Asia. The other side should be Japan, Thailand, Australia. Yeah,
Kazakhstan.
North
yeah.
Korea.
So
Oh, we
Kazakhstan,
have
yeah,
the graphics right here to
yeah.
show
So
the
so
brackets.
if you will see, these are all the top 10 teams in Asia, and
Yeah.
we are it's a good opportunity for our team to compete in this competition. Secondly, the Chinese national team has been here for the last 3 weeks because they requested to have a training camp here instead of
Mm.
going back to China, which I think they need to have a 15-day quarantine. So they decided to come here, and we had the opportunity to play with them, even if we are in the same group. So
Mm.
they're very tall, very young, under 20. They just came from Kazakhstan, and Coach Georgie had a scrimmage with them. With the then what's this? Most of the former what's this national team from NU. So they had a very good opportunity, and they were supposed to be another scheduled tune-up game with them, another 2 matches before the ABC Cup. So I arranged this training camp for them to have our team to have more matches.
Yeah.
With China. It's a good what's this preparation for the AC Cup, and
Yes.
after the ABC Cup, the national team will go to Thailand for the second ASEAN Grand Prix. The ASEAN Grand
Mm.
Prix, this is my one of my pet projects together with Thailand, with Mr. Shenrit, which involves Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines for women, and then we will have the men also next month. So again, this is part of the calendar of the AVC, the Asian Volleyball Confederation, and in Southeast Asia. So we have a long-term planning. We just don't decide on tomorrow. Coach George said we need to do some tune-up. This is part of the what's this the preparation for any tournament.
Yes.
These things are always really part of you cannot just say that we just need to do this. It's really part of the preparation up to the SEA Games in May 2023. We are looking at that direction, and to the Asian Games also next year.
Just a quick a follow up. So you're saying that the national team, the Philippine national women's team that will be competing in the ABC, that same team you have really scheduled to compete in this ASEAN Grand Prix in Thailand very
Yes, yes,
shortly after.
yes, yes. That's
I
September
see.
9 to 12. So
I see. I see.
most of our national teams in other sports, they would like to compete more matches. Coach George, the target is to have 100 matches in a year. I hope we can do that,
Wow.
or maybe 50 matches in a year. I hope. So as much as possible, we should bring our players. What's this? To play in the
Overseas.
competition. And
Yes.
next year will be a busy year. You have the SEA Games, you have the Asian Games, you have the Asian indoor games also. So these are three major competitions for volleyball.
But Mr. Suzara, so what will happen now? What team will represent the country in the Grand Prix? And it looks like in the ABC Cup, the national team has been disbanded because the manager from NU disallowed the 12 players from NU from participating in the PVL Invitationals. What's the status now with the national
Yeah,
team?
I just give you a background. Coach George has been working on the national team with his training program. And of course, Mr. Liao, who is also the National Team Commission Chairman at the NBF, has been discussing this with the team manager. When we requested us, the universities, to be a member of the national team, not only NU, LaSalle, UST, and Ateneo, so NU came in full force. We were very happy because some of them were already part of the national team last year. Coach Georgie trained them last year in Ilocos during the pandemic in Batangas, and then they went to Thailand during, if you remember, we were guests in the
Yes.
show
Yeah.
in the Asian Club Channel. There's a very good exposure.
Yeah. The
Now,
college team.
these university players or any or your PBL team or any team in the country, once you are in the national team, you don't represent your university anymore. You don't represent PBL. You don't represent your club. You are in the national team. You follow the national team program. You follow the program of the head coach, like Coach George. So there is no more UAAP here anymore. Once you enter, you are bringing your flag, like Quinito's shirt now. There's a Philippine flag. It means he's a national. What's this? Anchor, or what's this? A
Well, thank you for
broadcaster
noticing, Mr.
or a
Suzara.
host.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So yeah. And Dayan, you were a national team player. So once you become a national team member, you don't represent anymore your university, your club, or your any team. You represent your country. And this program, which Coach Georgia will explain later, you're ready there to fight no matter what. And a reason for an injury, injury is part of the life of an athlete. You can be injured while in training. You can be injured while going down the stairs. You can be injured somewhere else. So injury is part of the life of an athlete as much as possible. Of course, we would like to refrain from having injury, but this is part of the life of a national athlete. So this the federation, we made this decision upon the recommendation of Coach George, because we cannot train players or a team on a one-shot deal. After 3 weeks, they go back, leave. Who will go to Thailand? Who will go to the Sea Games? So these things has to be, has to be planned well when you become a champion. I don't know if you remember Quinito and Dayan, in 1993. That was the last time we had a gold medal. I'm sure you're aware. In 1989 Sea Games in Malaysia, we lost the bronze medal to Myanmar. So it was a wake up
Mm-hmm.
call. And at that time, the president was Concoy Chavez. I was the Secretary General. Tony Way was the Deputy Secretary General. So I said, let's plan this. In 1991, we should get
Mm-hmm.
the bronze medal first in Manila. And we did,
Mm.
men and women. And then in
Yeah.
93, it's the two SEA Games. In 1990, we should get the gold medal. And we did. We sent our teams 1 month before, 2 months before, to Japan and China. And we did. We got the gold medal. So I know, the federation knows on how to become a gold medal team. So these are things that we plan. We just don't say, oh, tomorrow you have to do this. But this is part of the plan. And joining the PVL is a good opportunity, because Coach Georgie will explain later why we need to join. We are playing with the Chinese, so we can play another team and then play again. This is part of the training program. And we follow what our head coach recommends to us, because he's the head coach. That's the very reason he's the head coach of the national team. He's not an ordinary coach. He's a Olympic gold medalist in Barcelona. So it's not a 5 to 10 cents type of coach, Coach George. So we are happy that we have a coach here sent by FIVB to support us, right?
Yes. That's can we let's just backtrack a little bit. Could you lead us through the process of what happened when, because Coach Georgia has been training with the NU, mostly NU players of the national team,
Yeah,
like I believe for a couple weeks, and then the Japan team and the PBL unfortunately had to back out because of COVID issues, and then so the national team was invited to join,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
the NU team, the NU management refused to have its players join, and then they were taken out of the national team. Can you explain a little bit what happened, sir?
Yeah, Coach Georgie called me. He said, "I want to. What's this? Our team will play some matches in the PBL final round, which is only a week, just this week, right?"
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, this is good." And then Ricky Palu and Tony Boy called me. I said, "Can we invite?" And I said, "Yes, that's good. That's a very good opportunity. After playing with the Chinese, we can play some matches in the PBL, and then play in the ABC Cup." Then suddenly the team manager of NU said, we don't want. So I said, why? This is the national team. This is not NU team. You said, I'm in control of the team. When you lend your players to the national team, represent NU. you're the national team. You have to follow the program of Coach Jorge. And they said we will play only in AB's Cup because it's the only letter that you get. Yes, this is the letter we send, but this ASEAN Grand Prix was really in the original schedule, but the dates were only finalized just last week because they have to set the country from Thailand or Indonesia. So whether this was not part of the invitation of the NU, but still, this is a very good opportunity for our teams to participate more competitions, more matches in preparation for the SEA Games next year. So who wouldn't want? Marami tayong mga sports teams dyan. They're very hungry to participate in international competitions. They're very hungry. Ito, andito marami tayong competition. Ayaw naman ng players. So they said the players doesn't want to participate. So why did they become an athlete? Why
In the
did they become
PBL, sir, or in the Asian Grand Prix?
in the PBL? They don't want to play. So it means they're not committed to the national team. They're not following the plans and programs of the head coach and the federation. So
So
the federation, yeah,
that means, Mr. Suzara, that the national team is out of the AVC Cup, and so the highest placed local team from the PVL Invitationals will represent the country in the AVC Cup. What will happen now to the former national team? Will there be sanctions against the NU manager? Will there be sanctions against the NU players who were withdrawn from playing in the PVL Invitationals and also in the AVC Cup?
the decision that we made from the PNDF is to remove all the NU players and the coaches that are part of the national team. According to they were removed. Uh, we have not discussed that. We are still focusing on the team that will represent the Philippines in the ABC Cup and PVL, Ricky and Tony Boy, what's this? Find a solution that whoever becomes the champion, because it's too close, becomes the representative for the ABC Cup, for the Philippines, the ABC Cup, and also that will go also to the ASEAN Grand Prix in Thailand, which is September 9 to 11. So it's very close. These are 1 week gap only. So this is the only solution because and then I don't have social media, but and then the uproar came that of course the fans they always think about the players, but they don't think about the real story. They didn't think about the game itself. They forgot the game. They just think about the players because they're UAV champions. But UAAP is only once a year, right? It's only once a year.
Yes.
And in fact, I wrote the UAAP board. I'm just waiting for the UAAP board to have an audience. I wrote them a month ago requesting for the UAAP board to move the UAAP volleyball competition earlier before the SEA Games in May in Cambodia because it's May. So if they
Yeah.
held the UAAP tournament January to March, there's 1 month gap,
Right.
April, that the national team can practice, and then May they go to Cambodia. This is my request to the UAP boards. I don't know. We will see how the UAP board. So I think this scenario is the same case with basketball. It's about the calendar. So I think it's high time that we get our acts together and fix the calendar. I have discussed this seriously with PBL to fix their calendar following the volleyball calendar. We don't have the problem with the calendar with FIVB, with the International Volleyball Federation. We have a problem with our regional calendar, the SEA Games. The SEA Games, it depends on the country who wants to host. Now it's May again. Last year was May. So last year we were not able to field some university players because they were in the UAP. So we have to field
Yes.
an all-pro team. So
Right.
now, today we will have a meeting with PBL to discuss this solution. The UAP, I'm just waiting for them for me to attend the board meeting. So we're trying to find a solution, just like basketball. But again, the federation, the PNBF knows what we are doing. We have policies and procedures. We know how you want to become a national athlete, how you become a national team athlete. A lot of our veteran players from people, they know how to become a national team member. It's just that we need more time for them to train. In the SEA Games, they had only 2 weeks because the club calendar only finishes in April. So we have to find the solutions. Not only me, in other countries also. So we
Was
just need
so
to, yeah.
Yeah. So Coach Jorge will be coaching whoever team will win the highest placed Filipino team in the PBL. He will be the coach for the national team that will compete in the ABC. So basically, Coach Jorge, you have 1 week to be with this team.
No, no,
Yes.
Yeah.
because
No.
the team will be handled by their coaches, because they will represent the national team, but the coach from whatever the team will be available to play, the
Mm-hmm.
coach will be the same. All the coaches will be. It's impossible in 1 week. I can have this team. They have all the solutions for that team. They play them, they training them. So it's of course they have to handle this team, not the coach,
Okay.
not me.
So it's going to be the coach. If it's Creamline, it's going to be the Creamline
Yes, yes,
coach
Yes.
then.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I Coach Georgie and Mr. Liao will be Coach Georgie will still be there with the team just to support the team, being the head coach of the national team. So he's there to support, and of course, Mr. Liao as the chairman of the national team commission of the PNPF.
But the question now, Coach Jorge and also Mr. Suzara and Commissioner Tony Boy, what will happen to the national team pool if the NU players are withdrawn? Will there be a new national team to be formed from the PVL stars, from the UAAP? What is the status now of our national team?
Okay. When you're talking about the national team, Quinito, it means that you're gonna put inside all the best players that you have. But I have three kinds of lineups to do, pools to do: long term, short term, and medium term. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, the calendar will say will choose will show you which way you will be. Okay, if you had these three competitions this year with a medium term, because we can use both guys since from PVL or even from the UAP for the next SEA games. So it's a kind of preparation. But right now, we have to see what is going to happen in the future, because you have the players from the still players from UAP that can we bring inside. When I say players from UAP, it means not only the players from NU, because the players from La Salle was invited also. We have players from UST, we have players from Ateneo, Adamson. So there's a, a huge of players that you can bring inside. This is not a problem. The problem is if you're not have both teams from PVL and from UAP, and you have to discuss and have a meeting today that you're going to discuss and try to find the best way to help the national team in the short term, long term, and medium term.
Just for the PBL and the ASEAN Grand Prix, it's going to be the PBL team. And then afterwards, you are going to be discussing how you are going to form the new national team. Sir, Tony Boy or Tats?
Yes, 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 definitely. This is now the next steps now. We will have a executive meeting today at lunchtime. So we will discuss this with Coach George, and Coach George will have a visit, a tryouts in Cebu, Bacolod, Davao, Baguio. So he will go to this regional what's this associations with our regional associations, and what's this discover new talents, talent identification. So I'm looking at for the May SEA Games to have a mix of veterans,
Mm-hmm.
seven, and then another seven or five or seven new players. So this is the solution, because I'm not really pretty sure if UAP can give into our request, but maybe I hope if they don't give into our request, this is the solution. We have to find the solution, because if everybody wants to help for the national team, everybody wants to help. Not only PBL, not only the Pro League, UAP University should help. You know, so this problem.
Do the NU players still have a chance to be part of the national team in the future?
Well, this is a question that I can answer uh, by myself. Okay, so we are a pool. You have to, of course, think about, but I don't see any problems because the lessons that you have in your life is you have to learn. So this is a lesson. When you go to the national team, you're under your defending your flag of your country and follow the rules, internal rules from the national team. This is not a
Mm-hmm.
problem if you can do this in the future, so you can come inside. But the rules is still the same, and the rule is for everyone. This is for even for the coaches, even for any coaches. It's including me. If I'm not able, or if I don't want to do everything for the national team, this is not the right place for me to be. So this is the law for everyone. So I can tell you, once the lesson was learned, it'll be okay. For me, it's not a problem. But you have to be clear. When you come inside, that's the rule for everyone.
In this meeting that you're going to have, you're going to be discussing your long-term composition of the national team, the team that you will engage in what you said earlier, which is the long-term plan to be able to do well
Correct.
in the
Correct.
in the international tournaments that you have identified. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. As I said, it will be a busy year next year, starting with the SEA Games in May in Cambodia. We have the Asian Games in Hangzhou, and we have the Asian Indoor Games in Thailand. So these three major tournaments are important, of course, aside from the AVC and FIVB tournaments. So we have to plan this very well. That's why we have a discussion with the PBL today also, and
Yeah.
Coach George to plan this thing. So again, our target now is to have a mix of professional players and a mix of new players, and we have the best team to prepare for this on a long term basis.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Coach George. I saw in another interview that the NU players that you have been working with, right, said they were very sad that they were no longer going to be a part of the national team because they felt they had put a lot of time and sacrifice in the training program. Can you tell us about your discussions with them? You know, when this
Okay.
happened and how it went.
Okay. What happened is not only them. They put all their efforts. I planned for a month of the training. We've been working for 25 trap practices and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of efforts and watching videos of opponents, watching video for our trainings, trying to give our best for them. So at this time, everyone lose. Everybody lose. Okay, no one win. They are sad because they are out, but at the same time, what happened for them to go out? I think okay, they are young, and even young, you have to do the best choice. And we, as older guys, as a coaches and directors, management, you are the guys who can guide them to do the right thing. You can
Mm-hmm.
put pressure for them to make the good things, good options. And at that time, what happened is when I told them that you're going to play the PVL finals, okay, first step, they are happy, nervous, but happy, and they want to play.
The
Okay.
players.
Yes, the players, even the coaches. In the beginning, we made a small meeting and we talk about this and we discuss and that's okay. It's okay. We can keep the plan, we can keep the program, and even play because we need some matches and these are really good. So we can do what? Maybe mixed teams in the first day, second day, third day. So it'll be good for us because NU as a team of UAP, they play all the time only with 6, 7 players. And
Mm-hmm.
I have some players for NU really tired, still tired, and one of them just joined later. So I am the guy who can manage this with the
Yes.
coaches. So our plan for that week was perfect. So we'll be good and lucky for this. What happened is me as a coach, if I do a program for my players and I'm sure that is the best one to follow, and the players say to me that no, we don't want to follow your program, so we start to broke some kind of confidence between us. in this situation? And you already asked me if they had a chance to back. I told you, yes, they are young if they change their minds about that. Because once I gave them a chance to say to stay, and one day before they say yes, and they change their minds, I don't know why or how, but I can imagine
Okay.
because I receive message, I receive a call from the management, and you tell me that they will not allow them. There's two things. One, the management cannot allow them, but I'm under PNVF, not under NU. My boss is at NU, not NU, and yes, PNVF. And the second, it's a confidence that we have between coaches and players. We are in the same boat. We are on the same page. So when you decide that we go, and the other part or the players say to me that no, we don't go. So I'm with my back against the wall. So I have to get my decisions. I just called to Sertats and told, okay, so the players don't want to play. They only want to play the AVC. But my assessment that we need this. We need to play. We need more matches. We need more exposure. And how can you handle that if they want to do what they want to do when they want to do? I don't think it's okay. So that's a hard and tough decision. It's a decision that no one will win because right now they lost, they missed it for 15 good matches in 3 competitions. We lost time because we practiced them to play. And our program for the next SEA games are broken. It's right now it's broken because these guys don't play in high level this year. So it'll be a surprise in the next year. Everyone, even the guys you see, you have names from the other university that they don't join now. And Nisperos, Laure, they are on the pool. They didn't play this year, and it'll be hard for them to play in the next year. Okay, and maybe because injury, but they have to recover. So, but even they lost also. They lose also. So this is a very hard situation that no one win. That's good. That's good? Of course not.
Coach,
This is really
Coach
bad.
Jorge, there are 2 players in the national team who are not from NU. Trisha Genesis and Jelai Gahera. Are they going to be part
Yes.
of the team that will compete in the ABC?
Okay, the question is, I made this a kind of request, but I don't know if you can follow that. Because right now the management, okay, it's our, but we invited a team, a whole team to represent. And if you can't put them as a bonus for them, okay, I'm sure they will understand, okay, because it's a different, really hard situation that we being pleased for the guys to make this for us, to play for the country. And I don't know if they can. So in the next pool, they have to play good now in their clubs. So they will be invited again. It's hard, but now it's life. That's it.
So Trisha and Jelai will be added to the team that will participate in the ABC Cup, or they will not be added?
I requested, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Tony Boy and Sir Tats, I guess the management of the possible teams that could represent the Philippines in the ABC Cup, Creamline, PLDT, whoever wins, have been you've had communication with them and they're okay to represent the Philippines in the ABC Cup.
Yes, I've already talked with both teams, and they're agreeable of representing the Philippines in the ABC Cup and the ASEAN Grand Prix.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's something like new in their schedule. It just because they weren't supposed to be naman yung sa national team, pero willing naman sila, so that's good.
And Tony Boy, as far as the PVL is concerned, after the invitationals, we're looking forward to the reinforced
Yeah, October,
conference.
right?
That will already include perhaps F2 coming back and a new team, Akari. Can you tell us, Commissioner Tony Boy, about this coming conference of the PVL?
Oh, the reinforce is scheduled to start October 8th with the 17 teams that are playing right now, plus F2. They're coming back. Kari, which is a new form professional team that is also being coached by Coach George. So there will be 9 teams that will be playing in the reinformed. With regards to Bali Pure, we're not sure if they will have a team that will compete in the reinforced.
And then you also mentioned that's exciting. So that's October 8th. And then you were also mentioned that there's going to be a simultaneous collegiate league at about the same time as the reinforced conference in October, sir.
Yes, there's we are again organizing the V League, which is the collegiate league for men and women. So we will be inviting the top four from the UAP and the top four from the NCA in the men's and the women. So that will be simultaneously played during the reinforce. We will also have the Spiker Serve, the league for the men, which
Mm-hmm.
will start September. So
Nice.
it will be a very busy end of the year for Sports
Active
Vision.
volleyball year. Yes, that's great.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, for spending your uh, your um, your time with us, this very precious minutes. But before we end our episode, may we ask each and every one of you to again encourage our fans to continue supporting volleyball. So many things to look forward to. And may we start with our PNVF president, Mr. Tatsuzara. Thank you again for spending time with us, Mr. Suzara.
Yeah, thank you, Quinito and Dayan. I would like to ask the fans, the public, to be patient with the and to understand the decision of the federation. The federation, the head coach, we are here for the best interest of the national team. We have a lot of what's this plans that are in place. So this is not just a one shot deal. This is a long term program. So I hope you would understand, and we'll still support the program to the national team. We are here to support any athlete because that is the one of the foremost welfare of the federation. It's the welfare also of the athletes, especially the national team. So thank you, and I hope to see you soon in the ABC Cup, please, August 21 to 29 at the Philippines Sports Arena.
Are there still tickets for the ABC?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's online. It's still ongoing. So there's still tickets for the ABC Cup. It's online.
all right. And your final words from you, Coach George?
Okay, thank you so much for inviting us here to talk. And the special message is for the fans. Uh, I hope they still support the team, still support the national team.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the problems we have in the past, in the future to be brighter, we have to keep on working, and they have to support all the players, all the coaches, our federation also, because we are here to work hard. I know it's a challenge; it's not will be easy, but for sure, uh, we are a country. We have to be all of us. We have to be together. This is a hard work, and you have to handle this at the same time on the same way. Okay, that's it. And thank you so much.
Obrigada. Thank you. Tony
Okay.
Boy, Sir Tony Boy.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much again, Dayan and Quinito, for inviting us here. And I would like to invite all the fans to watch the finals of the PBA Invitational is coming Sunday at the Mall of Asia Arena. And I hope the fans would support whichever team will represent the Philippines in the coming ABC Cup. Thank you.
Yeah, that's going to be a super exciting game, the finals. One game final. It's all or nothing. Bakban. All out siguro
Do,
yan.
do or die.
Diba?
Do or die.
Do or die. Do or die. All right, Quinito. So, this volleyball discussion, we hope to have you again on Playitright TV. We love talking volleyball, of course. And, we know the fans love it. And we're going to be supporting our teams and hoping that our long-term goals are achieved, of course, to do better in international competitions. What's the prime goal again, Mr. Suzara? Long-term goal, last na.
Is to bring back the gold. We need to find the
Yes.
gold medal. This is what I want, the gold medal next
Sa
year.
SEA
So
Games, sa SEA Games.
if we cannot find the gold, maybe there's silver or there's bronze, but you need to have. Okay.
That
All
medal
right.
is waiting for us. At the end of the rainbow, that medal will be ours in the next Southeast Asian Games. Well, again, thank you very much. And I'm very certain with the vision and the leadership of our PNVF president, Mr. Suzara, and with the constant support and the guidance of our coach, Coach Jorge Edson. And of course, let's not forget the PVL commissioner who's also in charge of the national team development program, Commissioner Tony Boy Liao. Thank you very much for spending time with us on Playitright TV, and more power to you. We're looking forward to greater things from volleyball in the country. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Kinito.
you. Talk to
you.
you again soon. God bless.
Well, Diane, a very interesting discussion. At
Yeah,
least we got a
super.
lot of things sorted out because,
Yeah.
over the last week, so many things have happened. National team in, national team out of the PVL Invitationals, and then the ABC Cup hanging in the balance. But now it's all sorted out. We know the direction of the PNVF and why things happened as they did.
Yep, and of course, we are hoping for the best. Sabi nga ni Coach Georgia that it's developing volleyball, as we know, it's a long-term thing. Things just can't happen in a week or so, and people have to be together for quite a good number of time to participate in different tournaments. So let's hope, because Filipino volleyball fans are just like the PBA fans and the basketball fans. Grabe na, they super follow it. So it'll be really good for Philippine sports when our volleyball teams win more and achieve in international competitions. So thanks for joining us dito sa Play It Right. Invite everyone to like, share, and subscribe our channel. Let us know your comments, suggestions, feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Please engage in our conversation. And also, please visit playitright.com, our sister group. They have incredible products, different brands, world-class brands like ASICS, of course. Always great prices. There's always a new model. Great shoes for running, volleyball, basketball. We have balls. It's a very exciting website. Please check it out, playitright.com.
All right. Thank you very much again for joining us on this episode of Play It Right TV. Thanks very much. This is Quinito Henson.
Dyan Castillejo. See you next time. Play it right.